Good morning, business builders. It's Jodie here, co-founder of the 7 Effect, and I'm really excited to bring you this week's top tips. We are term 4, week 3, and it's the final quarter of 2020. So I wanted to talk about a few things today, but before I do that, let's just intro the show. I'm going to get a new one of these designs specifically for top tips, but over to you. Okay, coming back to me. All right, so what I wanted to do first out, and by the way, if you are watching, let me bring up my comments and give me a hey, how are you? Good morning, Suzanne. It's great to see you here. Thanks for joining me as always. I wanted to give some shout outs actually to some of our amazing high performers for the last week that's been. And in fact, Suzanne, while you're here, guess what, my friend? You are up first. So I got a brilliant message from Suzanne yesterday saying she's just managed to put her prices up again. So she's now selling her high value program for $19.90. This is the 5 in 4 weight loss program for women. Since she's launched it, it's had phenomenal success. When she was selling it around $17.50, she was booked out months in advance. She's reordered her time. Suzanne's been going through the 7 elements of life with us all in the accredited coaching arena. And what's really exciting is she put her prices up and boom, yesterday sold 2 more places just like that. Suzanne's also tracking to have her biggest month ever in business, and I'm expecting her to absolutely level in at level 7. Oh my God, breaking news from Suzanne. Yes, booked out till December. I am so excited by that. That is absolutely bloody fantastic. Go, Suzanne. Next celebration shout out. Look who we've got here. Trish Blythman. Good morning, Joes and Suzanne. Trish, you are also on my list of a shout out. So Trish had her best month ever for for September in the last 10 years last month. And what's really amazing is on Sunday, Trish ran the most epic sound healing event here at the Life Design Studio, and it was a sellout success. And I've been speaking to people ever since who saw our little live video, Trish, and people are ready to book in for 2021. So let's get those dates locked and loaded. I think we're onto something, my friend. The Pyramids of Chi have landed in South Australia at the Life Design Studio. Go, Trish. Boom. Look who else we've got here. It's a beautiful Michelle Jules Parson. Hello, and thanks for joining me. Great to have you here. I've also got on my list Kate Gardner. You get a massive celebration this month because last month Kate leveled in at level 7, spoosh, straight to the top. 13K she did, and her business is now feeling steady and consistent, and able to maintain that sort of income. This is a game changer for Kate because when she first started working with us here at the 7 Effect, her business and her life was a bit like this. Roller coaster, highs and lows, but it's really starting to level out in great ways. So go, Kate, good for you. And then I also have to do a shout out to our Melbourne participant, Suzanne Murphy, who is breaking free from Locktoria. Bushy Martin calls it Locktoria. So Suzanne Murphy's in Melbourne. Finally, the lockdown has been released. Suzanne messaged me just this morning to say, and boom, just like that, she's got 3 clients keen to work with her, and she's getting lots of bookings doing her design consulting. So many cool things happening. Go, you guys. Hot tip for everybody. Share your successes in the business builder arena so that we can all get around it. And here's the thing, when you start tracking your success, more success will come to you. And it's interesting, Suzanne Ingleton, you'll be interested to hear this. So in the last month, for our accredited coaches. So Suzanne's doing the ultimate level where she's training to become a 7 Effect accredited coach. Each month we look at one of the 7 elements of life, and I give everyone some tasking to do around that element. So last month was the money element, and so everyone needs to go and find a source that they want to listen to or watch or learn from, and start looking at money. Suzanne chose to do Denise Duffield's Get Rich Lucky Bitch audio, and said, because I had a list of 7 different money gurus you could listen to, and I said, look, I hear great things about her, but in full confession, I've never actually listened to her books, but I hear people love her. So Suzanne said, all right, I'm going to listen to Denise Duffield, and absolutely has been loving it. Lots of money coming in, manifesting, doing all the stuff, as Suzanne always does. So I took Suzanne's advice based on the advice I gave her, and I got the damn book and started listening to it on my morning walks. And one of the things that I love that Denise gets people to do is start tracking money that comes to you. Now, this is different to accounting and this is different to budgeting, but every day look at all money that comes in from any possible way, whether you find a 5-cent piece on the pavement, or you win some money, or you get gifted some money, or whatever. But this is the law of attraction. What you focus on, more comes to you. And so what I recommend is that you actually start focusing on your business successes and even reporting them into the Lifestyle Business Builder. So it gives me some things to say yay about each Top Tip Tuesday. I love opening with a bit of a shout out about your excellent successes. But also I think this is a really important thing for you to focus your mind on as a business owner who's wanting to grow exponentially. Focus on the successes you're having. My job as your business partner, your best friend in business, and your freaking full-time cheerleader is to help you do that. But the more you do it, the easier my job is, and the better it becomes for you, which I love. We've got some more comments here. Michelle Jules Parsons, sorry, I always just start reading the thing. It's Rick and Michelle share the same Facebook. That's what makes it tricky. Michelle Jules Parsons says, yay to you, Kate Gardner, a.k.a. the Pooh Lady. For those watching who don't know why Michelle's calling Kate the Pooh Lady, she owns Bottoms Up and the... what's her new business called? The Whole Collective. So Kate does colonics, ozone therapy, all sorts of amazing things. But even more than that, she does a lot of work around women's spiritual, mental, and emotional healings, energy work, lots of magical, mystical, cool, freaking stuff. Hey Joe, great to have you here as well. And Suzanne Ingleton says, I loved it. And yes, she is manifesting like crazy. I won't reveal the news about what the other candle has manifested for you, Suzanne. I'll let you do that at some time in LBB. But seriously, my friend, you are freaking rocking it on the manifesting stage. Love it. All right, so let's get stuck into this week's top tips. And I've already thrown in a few hidden there. If you missed it, start tracking your success. Tip number 1, that's a bonus tip. But what I wanted to talk about today was 3 things. I wanted to talk about the art of letting go. I wanted to talk about the power of compounding habits. And I want to talk about building meaningful brands and why you should really think about how to do that. And we're going to go deeper into that in 2021. Before I forget, I also want to remind you that next week, November begins. I call it Jovember because that is my birthday month, and I like to celebrate all month long. Really, it's because I have so many different connections, and so often I'd have a party over there with that group, and then a celebration over there, and one with mum and one with dad, and all these different sides of the family. So you know what, it's just become Jovember for me. It's my celebration month for my birthday, but it's not really about me, it's about you guys. So November is the last month of the year for the LBB world. Now, it's not the last month in history. We are coming back in 2021. But I really want to remind you all to start asking your questions, jumping on the coaching calls, and suck everything out of me that you need. Because remember, in December, we do have the awards night. The Freedom Awards is going to be happening. But in December and January, I shut down. It's my business blueprint. I must lead by example, my friends. So just make sure, hot tip, that you make the most of November, which is coming up next week. We've got 4 solid weeks. Do your planning. What are you going to get done in December and January? What do you need from me to make that happen? For those of you that are in the 7 Steps to 6 Figures case study, because some of you either got that as a freebie or you purchased that when it launched, it's being revamped and it will reopen with all of the new content starting this week. So if you want to go through that through the holidays, it is a great step-by-step program that will help you literally nut out. I did the case study twice now live. What I've done is go through back all the data and go, where are the pieces, where are the bits people are falling down? Where are the bits people are nailing it? How do I make this even easier for people? And so I've upgraded it and redesigned it, and it includes email reminders and all sorts of cool stuff. It is a full system. That's a great thing to do through the holidays for those of you who have access to that. If you don't have access to that, hit me up, send me a message through Messenger, and we can work out how we can make that happen for a massively reduced price. I think people got into it if they were already LBB members. It sells for $790. With the upgrade, it's going to be $1,500 regularly, 3 payments of $500. But as an LBB member, I think I was charging like $190 if you want to get access to that. So we can certainly look at sorting something like that out. Sorry, my nose is running. All right, so let's talk about letting go, the art of letting go. If you are holding on to excuses, stories, old habits, things that aren't working, I want you to remind yourself to really create some awareness around what you are doing each and every day. The reality is there are so many things that we do on a day-to-day basis that have become so habitual and so unconscious that we think that that's just part of our DNA, that that is how we operate and we have no choices around it. I can attest to the fact that in the last probably 2 months, I have created more awareness over myself and my stories and my excuses than I ever have before. And I've just got to a point where I've said, you know what, I'm going to just let some of this shit go and stop trying to kid myself that I'm doing things that I think I'm doing when I'm really not doing them. And the truth is, even the best of us, the most beautiful of us, the most honest and transparent and authentic of us, tell ourselves lies sometimes. And, you know, because Trish is live here, and I want to just come to Trish as a beautiful living example besides me for this. Trish, I see you. This is personally to you. I see the magic that you have achieved. When Trish joined LBB, and she started the case study program with me at the start of this year, Trish had a lot of stuff she was holding on to. Her pricing structure, the belief that that's how it needs to work in her industry, the stories that she thinks she's hearing from all of the other professionals in the sound healing area, and the fact that she had to stay cheap so she didn't offend others. Now, Trish, I recommend getting yourself a copy of Get Rich, Lucky Bitch and having a listen to that by Denise Duffield. But as Trish went through the 7 Steps to 6 Figures case study program, she started to let go of things. White knuckles slowly started to release. And for the first time, Trish developed her Reset Your Life program, a high-value one-on-one program which she launched and fully booked out very quickly. Within a month or so after Trish finally had let go of some of those things, she was having her biggest income months ever. Last month, Trish made more money in a month than she has from 10 years of being in business. That was her highest record month. Do you know why? Because she let go of her old ways. Now, Trish is still a work in progress, and we did this beautiful, as am I, as are we all, by the way, no offense to you, Trish. Trish created this incredible sound healing. When she launches the calendar for 2021, please do yourself a favor and get yourself a ticket. She created this incredible experience. It sold out. The house was full. Sue Ruslan watched it and said, I think you need to get a bigger venue. And I'm like, oh my God, no, we just secured her here. But she came out and she said, you know, I'm ready to be challenged, but I am still holding on to some of those beliefs, but I just want to let them go. Let them all go. And so this is a really important thing, to start to let go. Do you want to know a really good way that I recommend to let go? Is replace old stuff with better stuff. I often talk about the analogy of gardening, where if you go out to a garden that's full of weeds and you pluck all of the weeds out and you go, oh, that was great. All the crap is gone. All of the beliefs are gone. I'm no longer going to tell myself that story. Then you go off and you live your life and you forget about the fact that you did all that work plucking out all the weeds, and then you go back to your garden a couple of months later. What do you notice? Oh, all the weeds are back again. We need to plant better plants in there so that the weeds can't dominate. The good stuff dominates. And so what I recommend is actually replacing it with some really consistent habits. Now, you've probably heard me talk about this, but let's talk about the power of compounding daily habits. I started the 75 Hard Challenge last Monday, and I am on that, and I am checking my app. So you get the little app. Let me change my scene so I can show you the image for it. Oops, that's not the one. Maybe I don't have the picture up here. It might be here. Here it is. Boom. 75 Hard. You can buy the app, but you can do it for free. There's a podcast. Anyway, this is from me, day 1. I'm on day 9 today. And here's the thing. 9 days in, 3 kilos down. Yes, 3 kilos. Feeling more energetic than I have in ages. And my mind is just so determined this time to get it done. And every day, my legs feel stronger. Every day, my energy is building. Every day, my determination to get to that goal is working. And the beauty of this is it's a very simple discipline. Now, at the moment, I'm doing 75 Hard in a pre-training for 2021, because you know what, I started last Monday and it goes through November, it goes through Christmas, and I'm not even going to try and spend my Christmas holidays on this thing. But I thought, you know what, let's give myself, this is the unknown, 3 or 4 weeks before Christmas doing it to see if I reckon I could handle 75 days of it. The verdict is in. I freaking can't wait to do 75 days of it straight. And I'm going to do it in Life Design School as a reinvigoration for that group that I haven't been investing in, with the goal to try and get 75 people to join me and come on this journey together. We're all just going to do it together. We're going to cheer each other on. So I reckon we'll kick off in the last week of January, once people have had their holidays and kids are getting ready to go back to school. If you want in on that, it's totally free. It's not going to cost anyone anything. If you want to buy the app, it's $7.99. I'm not an affiliate. This is not about me making money. This is about creating a community of freaking strong-minded, powerful women who can get shit done and make incredible things happen with really healthy physical bodies. Now, the interesting thing is, when you listen to this guy, he's not saying that it's a physical fitness challenge. I'll take it down now so you've all seen that and get it out of the way. It's not a physical fitness challenge. It's a mental challenge. And so the reality is, when you pick a few habits that you do every single day without fail, for 75 days in a row, things start to change. Excuses start to disappear. You let go of some of the old stories that you are telling yourself, and the efforts that you put in begin to compound and make you stronger and stronger and stronger. So if anyone is up for 75 Hard with me starting in January 2021, give me a booyah fist. because we'll make sure that you get in there. Now, I got to check in with our comments. We forgot Suzanne. Trish says, absolutely so true. Well, I'm glad you agree with me, Trish. Everything I say is true, right? Suzanne says, I sing a song every morning about how much money I will have in my bank account. I love that. You know, you remind me, Suzanne, of Sue Ruslin. I think I've shared this on a top tip before. When we were at the Brain Body Business Bali retreat, we just had the most amazing time. We came together as such a close unit, and we went through some really epic journeys together through Bali, and over those 7 days it was game-changing. But anyway, we were doing morning yoga out at the commune resort looking over the ocean, and Sue Ruslin shared with us what she does every single morning. She goes out to her backyard, because Sue Ruslin's big on manifesting like you are, Suzanne. And she's, guess what? By the way, shout out to Sue Ruslin. I got a text message from her the other day, and she said in the last few weeks she's invoiced over $120,000 of work to keep her going over the Christmas period. 120K invoiced in a few months. This woman is smashing it. I'm telling you, manifesting is working for people. So this is what Sue Ruslin does. Every morning, she steps out with her cup of coffee in hand to her backyard, and she says, "Good morning, world. Sue Ruslin reporting for duty." And she's just open and ready to do what the universe sends her way. Don't you love that? She's so cool. Michelle says, yay, French bubbles and cocktails at the chateau for your birthday. Oh, giddy up. Joe Vember's sounding great. I'm all for it. Can we sit on your beautiful new French-looking lounge? That will be wonderful, Michelle. And Michelle says, I didn't realize until I met you, Jodes, that I used to work from fear, and I had the best bloody excuses. So true, you did, and you had very similar handbrakes to Trish, and those handbrakes were the stories that you're believing from the industry. You can't charge that much in my industry. People will be offended. People will get angry. I'll never get work again. Trish, go hang out with Michelle Jules Parson for a little bit. She's let go of all that crap, and you will too, my friend. And guess what? Shout out to Michelle Jules Parson while we're at it. Since joining Lifestyle Business Builder, her business has actually doubled, which is amazing. And she's making more money than she ever has before, working less hours and living the life of Riley, which I absolutely freaking love to see. Michelle has learned to celebrate the little moments, the joys. She went through absolute hell at the start of this year, with the COVID thing, meaning her loan didn't come through and they had to get a house in a really short hurry. They got a house that they never would have chosen. But do you know what she did? She took that lemon of a house and she turned it into not just lemonade, but frickin' French champagne, my friend. So I can't wait to come and hang out at the chateau with you. La Petite Chateau. Trish says, got me crying. Haha, still got a lot of stuff. Oh, Trish. I'm so glad that I got you crying, because do you know what that means, my friend? Release. Some stuff is releasing. And Suzanne says, woohoo, so great to hear. Oh, it's also great to hear. Mary, great idea to do a trial run, Jodie. Very impressive results so far. Thank you, Mary. And I recommend, if anyone's interested in doing 75 hard with me, next January, and I hope some of you will. I want 75 people to come on this mission with me, but I recommend having a crack for at least 7 days before we get started, and just listening to the podcast. I'll set you all up with the resources. We'll get everyone doing some prep work. It's not that hard. The truth is, it's not even that hard. It makes you feel freaking fantastic. Joe's in. Yes, I want to go hard. Hoo-yah, let's go. Here we are. These are my 75 hard pals. Been trying to catch up with Michelle Jules Parson. Yeah, do it. She's amazing and got lots to teach us. In fact, that's another really beautiful thing. Before I get on to my third and final point for Top Tip Tuesday, I should stand up more often. It makes me feel more energized, like I'm presenting to a crowd. Before I get on to my third and final thing, another bonus tip. You guys are epic. I become your first customer most of the time because I love what you do so much. Like I I reckon I've become nearly everyone's customer in LBB. But you guys are seriously epic, and there is so much you can learn from each other. So reach out to each other, catch up for coffee with each other, jump on Zoom every now and then and do stuff. Trish and Marianne are having accountability workouts. I know Tony and Ali often catch up together and do Pomodoro or whatever it is, Pomerello, whatever that thing is, Pomodoro sessions together. And they're freaking smashing it. So do that. Mary and I catch up for our Monday morning beach walks every Monday, which I absolutely love. Anyone's welcome to join us if you're based in Adelaide here as well. All right, let's talk about, I've got 5 minutes left to share with you my final top tip for this Tuesday. By the way, feel free to ask questions if you have any, but this has become just basically 30 minutes of me going, business overload. Top tip here, write this down, build a meaningful brand. So if I go back to here, I want to share with you this book. Oh, I have to stand over here because this thing's like, can't move it. Anyway, this book is as part of the 75 Hard Challenge, you have to read a physical book, 10 pages of a physical book every single day. This is the book that I've chosen. As you all know, I love human behavior. I love psychology. I have a diploma in modern psychology. I'm a master NLP practitioner and a clinical hypnotist. I don't use those modalities anywhere near as much as Tony. Tony's fully invested at mastery level in that space. Hence, we outsource that stuff to her. My real passion is helping people build businesses. So I use the brain, the mindset, the psychology stuff to build communities, to create marketing, to build tribes, to attract people, to become magnetic, but also just to have a lot of cool fun. I absolutely love design, marketing, and psychology. 3 of my favorite, and longevity, 4 of my favorite topics. Anyway, in this book, it talks about the importance of your brand being aligned with one of the 12 archetypes. And what's really interesting is when you start to understand the 12 different archetypes that are based on Carl Jungs' work, these 12 archetypes are present in all of us. And they are present as characters in movies. They are present in everyday life. But when you understand the difference or the nuances of each 12, and you align your brand to the right one of the 12, your brand, your business becomes sticky in ways you couldn't imagine. What do I mean by that? I mean that you become much more magnetic and attractive, and people just get you and want to be around you at an unconscious level. You get off of playing at the surface and you get at this deep level of connection where your clients will resonate with you in ways that you can't even really put your finger on. Why? Because your brand speaks to their heart, to their mind, to their deepest desires, to the things that they want to achieve, and it resonates. So I'm really excited to go deep into this work, and in 2021 we're going to be doing some masterclasses on helping you all identify, of the 12 archetypes, which one does your brand align to. Now what's really interesting is I'm up to reading through the 4th archetype. So I've read about the sage, the innocent, the explorer, and I'm onto the hero. And as I'm reading about these 4 different archetypes, there's 12 to go through the book, I'm starting to get a sense of, oh, that's where that business sits. This is whose business aligns with that. And it's really exciting work. So I'm super excited to spend some of my holidays going deeper into this and come to you in 2021 with a process where we are actually going to do the work and identify which archetype aligns with your brand and set you up with the marketing strategy that's going to speak to people like you've never been able to speak to before. The ultimate goal is we want to, in business, create brands with meaning and connection without having to do all of this all of the time. We want to be emotive in what we do. So I'm really, really excited to share that with you. we'll shut that down. And actually, Joe says, yes, I've ordered this, going to take a month or two to arrive. Can't wait. It does take a while to arrive. If anyone does want to order themselves a copy, I got mine on Booktopia. Grab a copy. You can have it on hand when we go through it in the new year. So now's a good time to read that if you love that kind of stuff. I absolutely love it. I also have some other beautiful books on archetypes. Like, this is really a big thing for me at the moment. I'm going all in. Hot tip, the 7 Effect brand. Actually, no, I'll let you guess. I'll let you guess what the 7 Effect brand is aligned with. You'll learn in the new year anyway. And I've already got some archetypes that I'm aligning with your brands. Trish says, oh, reading. Have not read a big book for about 20 years. Get out your glasses if you need them, Trish, and time to open that book. When we go hard, you're going to start reading and you're going to love it. Joe says, love this, Jodie. Thank you, Joe. I love you. And Leanne says, sounds interesting. It is fascinating, Leanne. Super cool stuff. Trish says, wow, I did archetypes through psychosynthesis. Roberto Asagoli. Very interesting stuff. So, my friends, we have come to 30 minutes. Thank you so much for so many of you joining me here for Top Tip Tuesday. Remember, the ultimate tip, make the most of November, Jovember, and get everything you need from the coaching calls, post your questions, get your reviews done of things you want to get done, because in December we have the Freedom Awards, and then after that, it's holiday time to chill with your families and work in your business, on your business rather than in it. That's what I'll be doing anyway. See you all at the SA Woman Awards. Yes, great point, Michelle. November, is also the month that we get to celebrate, and hopefully some of you will go home winners, the South Australian Women in Business Awards. So many nominees, so many cool awards to give away. Let's hope some of us leave victorious. Have a beautiful day, my friends. I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.